In today's tutorial, we will be discussing document views in Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word offers multiple ways to view a single document, including the ability to zoom in and out, switch between multiple documents, or view documents side by side. Additionally, different views can be utilized for different purposes. Let's begin by opening Word. I've prepared 2 documents for this tutorial. It is best if you have documents you intend to use when performing this walkthrough set up or selected in advance. Once in Word, click the View tab. You will notice the first group is also called Views. There are 5 view types. The 3 largest buttons are the 3 most commonly used views. These view options are also available in the lower right-hand corner on the status bar. Beginning with the first option, Read Mode. Read Mode maximizes efficiency for reading and commenting on documents. It provides tools to find text, highlight, comment, translate, conduct research. Take a second to explore these options. Many times in class, students will indicate that their screen or view does not look like the one on the presentation board. The number one indication that a student is in read mode are arrows that display to the left and right, reminiscent of reading a book and flipping pages. If we look to the lower right-hand corner, we can see the first option of read mode is highlighted and selected. This is how we know we are not in our standard print layout and in read mode. We can change this one of 2 ways. We can choose the option for print layout, or we can hit escape on our keyboard. Either will take you to our next view, print layout. Print layout is what the document will look like in printed form, and it is the most common view that's utilized in Word. This view has all of the features we are accustomed to seeing, including our font, styles, insert options, and review options. The third view that we are discussing, which is less commonly used, is web layout. I will go ahead and select this option using the status bar. Remember, the long way to do this is to go to the View tab, look at the View group, and select Web Layout. This is not a very commonly used layout for those entering office or administrative positions, as this view shows what a document will look like if saved as a web page. There are still options to edit text in Web View, and the overall appearance of web layout is very similar to that of print layout, but one of the most defining features that tells us we are in web layout outside of using the status bar is that when a page is resized, the text will automatically wrap to fit the size of the window. Take a second to observe what happens with the lines. When you're in a web layout, the only option to get back into print layout is to use the status bar or the View tab. Using escape will not work. The fourth view option is outline view. This view option is not one that has an available selection button in the status bar. However, this may be a common view option that is used when managing large documents, as it makes moving entire sections much easier. This view is highly influenced by styles that are used in a document. Be attentive to different styles and how they appear in an outline. Notice how text can be expanded or minimized, and how large segments can be moved upwards or downwards in an outline. This is a view that is not commonly utilized in class. Note that there is a large gap in this view because pictures are not available. The last view we will be discussing is Draft View. Like its name suggests, this view is primarily used for editing documents. Options to view the header and footer are not available in this view. When navigating your document, notice how the text highlights sentences at a time for editing. We've gone over 5 views. As a reminder, anytime your workspace does not look like something familiar to you or the standard print layout that we are accustomed to, double check your status bar to indicate whether or not you are in the print layout view. And use your View tab. Let's continue to explore the View tab. One of the common options you may encounter when editing a document is the need to view multiple parts of the document at once. We commonly accomplish this by printing and reviewing page by page, but Word has a feature that allows us to view multiple parts of a document simultaneously. This is called Split View. So on our View tab, looking at the Windows group, select the option Split. You will notice that the document is now split into 2 parts. This is the same document that allows us to view different portions simultaneously. Because each portion of the window has its own scroll bar, editing can happen in either window, the top or bottom. When you are done, be sure to select the button Remove Split to return to your standard view. This feature is a feature that may be used when editing large documents such as research papers and data analysis, where redundancy may occur and verifying information is common. From personal experience, this feature is helpful when responding to RFQs, as it allows our team to provide accurate mapping of requirements to areas of our response and validating information as it is updated. If you are editing more than one document, 2 documents can be viewed side by side. However, 2 documents, they must be uniquely named. To view 2 documents side by side, we're still in the View tab looking at the Windows group, and this time we'll select View Side by Side. For this exercise, I have 2 documents open. Notice that the ribbon has been consolidated. You will still have the option to view side by side, but the words side by side are no longer visible. To turn it on and off, simply select the button. Once in side-by-side view, you will notice that there is an option for synchronized scrolling. Synchronized scrolling means as one document is moved up or down, the other document is moved at a similar rate in the same direction. In the event your window gets misaligned or moved, just click Reset Window and return the documents to full screen side-by-side view. You can turn off synchronized scrolling by selecting the button once to remove that option. Once synchronized scrolling is turned off, each document will move independent of each other. Once the second document is closed, you will notice that the option for side-by-side view is grayed out and no longer available. That is because 2 or more documents must be open in order to utilize this feature. You can verify if you have more than one document open by hovering over the Word icon in your taskbar and looking at the number of windows open. You can see that I currently have 1 window open called Manuscript. When you have more than one option available, simply hovering over the window will allow you a preview in the background. Clicking will select that window and enlarge it on your workstation. The last important feature we will be discussing in today's tutorial is zoom options. There are multiple options for utilizing the zoom feature. The most commonly used will be selecting the plus or minus buttons in the lower right-hand corner in the status bar, dragging the slider bar, using a mouse by holding the control key and simultaneously using the scroll wheel to shift up or down. This will work the same if you use a laptop touchpad. By using 2 fingers, the pointer and the middle, squeezing inward will shrink the view, and extending 2 fingers away will enlarge the view. That concludes today's tutorial. Next time you are in Word, remember, you do not have to default to a standard print layout view, as there are many options available to you depending on the nature of the document or documents you are working on. In those cases, don't hesitate to take a second to explore and select what view works best for you. Hope you found this tutorial helpful. Follow and subscribe for more.